and welcome back to virtually BGCMC. I'm Mr. Johnny. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw Winnie the Pooh. So get your paper, pencil, and eraser, and let's dive in. Just like with all our other drawings, we're going to start off with the big basic shapes first, and then add our details on top of that. So starting with the head, we got a circle. Nice and easy. And I say this all the time, but don't worry if your circle is not so perfect. They never are when you draw them freehand. Just try to get it as close as you can. Okay. So circle for the head. For the body, we're gonna come right down here underneath the head and get kind of an egg shape going on. What you want to make sure of when you're drawing this is around here, the belly section, it's actually pretty round. So the first few times I drew this picture here, I made him a little bit too skinny, and then I had to make some adjustments when I was adding those details. So now just make sure you got a nice round belly for him, just like that. Okay, so head, body. The arms are gonna come down here. Where the head meets the body here, this little corner, I'm gonna come down a little bit from there. And this is where I'm gonna start the arm. So I'm gonna curve out and in, like so. Show you that a few more times. Just get a nice curve here. It's kind of like a boomerang shape. That's what you're going for, okay? And then here, we're gonna come in on the inside part. I'm actually gonna draw a curve here just to show the shoulder. This line, most of it won't be part of the final drawing, but it's good just to get an idea of like where the arm is actually plugging into the body. I'm gonna draw this curve here, then get the other side of the arm going. If you notice this inside part, I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit here on the wrist. But this inside part of the arm is staying on the inside of the line here from his body. So you don't want to have it coming all the way out and in like that. Okay. So little adjustments here on the arm I'm making, and then I'm going to clean this up right here. Okay, so we got one arm there. Next arm, we're gonna try to start it at the same level as this arm here and come over to this side of the body. And then again, we're just going for that boomerang shape. Nice and easy. This arm, because it's turned away from us, we're not seeing the full shape of it here. So all we need to do for now is draw the outside of it here. You might be wondering, well, what about the hands? We're gonna get the hands in there, but we're saving it until we add the details. Again, right now, let's just worry about the basic shapes. So here, I'm gonna draw a curve. And just like with the shoulder, this curve is showing us where the leg is plugging into the body. And actually, it's gonna be part of the final drawing in this case. So we got where the leg is plugging into the body. Got a line coming down here. For this drawing, on this side, I'm gonna make his legs a little bit shorter than this one. I feel like they're a little bit too long here. So I'm just gonna make that adjustment on this drawing and then see how it turns out. Okay. So we got this leg in place. The next one is coming over on this side. I like to draw the inside part of the next leg first because it kind of gives me a better idea of how far these legs should be. So if I could control this first, it makes it easier for me to find the other point on this side of the leg to bring it down. Okay. So basic shapes in place. Now we can work on the details. We're gonna start from the top, work our way down. What I always like to do is get a nice midline in here just to guide us on where to place all the features, making sure it's all nice and even. Okay. So once you get these in place, I'm actually gonna make some adjustments to the head shape before we start putting the features in. So what I'm gonna do, come in here, right on this horizontal midline, I'm gonna go inside of the circle a bit and then draw a curve coming out. This is gonna be his cheek. So this curve is going down and around, and it's actually gonna go right into, if you notice here, it goes right into his collar, this sort of V-neck shape he has here on the collar. So what we're gonna do, we curve in this way first, and then we're gonna follow the circle part ways and get that little V shape in for his collar. This line here, they call it an S curve. The reason why is because it's a line with two curves in it, like the letter S. So we got our S curve in place here. And then here, we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. So again, finding that midline, going all the way to the edge here first, but finding that point, but going in just a little bit. Then we could get the curve of the cheek coming around and into the V here. Okay. From here, you're going to notice that there's kind of a gap between this circle here, the guideline that we drew to begin with, and where the cheek actually ends. So to correct his head shape here, we're going to go from here, that point on the cheek, and just go up until we find the circle again right here. Okay. Coming back around and then meeting on this end, just like that. Okay, you'll notice my lines are getting a little bit darker now too. That's because we're, as we add these details and stuff like that, put the ears in here. As we start putting in the details in, that means we're getting closer to the end of the drawing. And these parts, when you know these parts are going to be part of the final drawing, then that's the kind of the signal on when you should be drawing darker compared to drawing light, like all these guidelines, right? Okay, so from there, I just put the ears in, kind of paddle shapes here on the top. Next, I'm gonna go in with the eyes. The eyes, I'm going right in on the midline here. And it's really simple, just putting some dots, filling in. Got one dot here, one dot here. I feel like on this drawing, I made the eyes a little bit too far apart. So what I'm doing now is just putting them a little closer together. You can use this midline for a guide. If you see the distance from here to here, try to match it from here to here. There we go. Put some eyebrows in, just some simple curves this way. Okay, and then the nose, I want to make it just below the eye line here. So if the bottom of the eyes are here, I'm just gonna go a little bit below that. Start off with the top. It's always good to do it part by part, just so you can get a nice even nose, right? So the top part, and then coming down on the side here, curling around there. And see how I'm using this midline as a guide? I curl it there, and then here, same thing. Okay. Fill it in. All right, it's a little crooked. Adjust it a little bit here. There we go. I think that's better. Put a nice smile for him. There we go. All right. Now that we got the head done, let's work on the shirt, and then we'll get the hands and feet in there. We're almost done actually. So with the shirt, we're gonna start with the collar. Here at this point where the body meets the head, I'm gonna go to that point, and then I'm gonna add an extra curve going up and around here, meeting at this point where the arm is actually meeting the body. So you see that? We got this curve here. I'm gonna come around to this side. Same thing. So this corner, head meets body. That's my starting point. Curve out and right back into where the arm is tucked. There we go. We can add a little extra details with the clothes folding over and wrinkling here on the collar. We got a line here and one here as well. Okay, so now with the arm, I'm gonna darken up this line going all the way around here. And then I'm gonna leave a gap, come over to this side and darken it up here. Okay. This side as well. I'm gonna erase this line that was the body because we don't need that anymore. And actually we're gonna put the sleeve in here. So with that there, it's kind of in the way. So that's why I'm getting rid of it. Also this little gap here, I wanna make a little gap, just like that. See? Okay, so for the sleeve, we're gonna come over to this side. Actually, I'm gonna start on the bottom here, just so I could have a good target. So I'm gonna start it here. I'll start it right where the elbow bends. Then I'll just bring the sleeve up this way. There we go. And for the hand, really easy. That's part of the reason I like drawing this character. It's because the hand's so easy to draw. Anyways, we're just gonna come over, curl around, and right back in. See? Okay. Again, this line here we don't need, so I'll get rid of that. Just cleaning it up as we go. Okay, so before I draw this arm, I'm actually gonna draw the shirt here on the belly. So I'm gonna come here right at the wrist and go across. And then when I meet the line for the body here, I'm gonna add an extra curve going up this way. That's kind of like the fabric bunching up here. And add a curve this way. And this way. All right, extra little wrinkle here. You know, we do live draw alongs as well. And when I was doing this, drawing live with some of the kids, we were talking about how it looks like he's wearing a crop top, you know? His shirt is so high. But then one of the students was actually saying, maybe if he was wearing jeans, it wouldn't really look like he's wearing a crop top, right? That the student actually drew him wearing some jeans. It actually came out pretty cool. But I guess the point I'm trying to make here, I just drew a little extra curve here for the hand, is that, well, these drawings are really, they could be just the starting point for you. You know, once you get the drawing done, if you want to customize it in any kind of way, add different kinds of features, or even color it, trace it with, trace your lines with pen or marker or something to make them really bold, then I hope you're doing that kind of stuff. Because the drawings really, in this case, really just a starting point. What I'm hoping you're doing is just letting your imagination kind of run wild with these things and making them how you like to make them. Okay, so we got the leg in here. I basically just outlined the shapes that we drew at first, and then just added the little foot here. We can do the same thing for this side. Okay, so I'm going to make a crease here first, right, going in, and then curve the toes coming out and right back around. Okay, so I mean, we have all the things in place that we need, but as usual, we're always going to take the time to give it one last look and clean up anything that we need to clean up, whether it's some guidelines that we need to get rid of. Look at all these guidelines I got to get rid of here. Okay. Or even if there's any, I'm gonna use my bigger eraser, switch it up. Even if there's anything that you find you're not happy with, say maybe this line doesn't look that clean to me, clean up that line work here. Okay. Just play around with it. Try to make it look good. Okay. And I think mine is done. So we would love to see that your artwork. If you would like, you could take a picture and send it in. We have an email in the description below. And if you send in your artwork, you possibly have a chance to be featured on our social media. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone.